Okay.
After Lolo Pass, we were almost to Missoula and almost to adventure cycling, the mecca of bicycle touring in the US. But we had to wait just a bit longer. We just passed the entering to Missoula sign and I noticed that the bike was wobbling kind of bad, and I looked down and I got a flat. Finding the hole and patching it was actually the least of my worries. The toughest part was getting the tire back on the wheel. So close! Ah! Yes! Victory! After fixing the flat, we were back on the road and stumbled straight into downtown Missoula, where we ran into a farmer's market with great music, food, and bicycles. It was a welcome cosmopolitan scene after being in small towns for weeks. Because it was still such a hot summer day, we wanted ice cream, and the place to get it in Missoula is Big Dipper. We even got to meet up with one of our readers, Corey, from Nevada.
We're in line for ice cream.
So we're in Missoula, and as everyone knows, ice cream is a key part of bike tourist diet. They just so happen to have my favorite flavor of ice cream here. I bet you know what it is. Bubblegum. It's blue. I'm usually used to the pink stuff, but it's bubblegum. It's pretty good.
I got 1 scoop of chocolate and 1 scoop of, mocha chip.
I got huckleberry dipped in chocolate on a sugar cone. I'm not terribly sure if it's gonna taste a little strange, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You gotta have the huckleberry in Montana.
Finally, we made it to adventure cycling, a place we've been hoping to visit ever since we got into bike touring.
Well, we made it to Missoula, and we had some lunch at this great little outdoor festival that they have downtown, and now we are here at Adventure Cycling headquarters, and so we're going to go in and say hey.
As you enter, you see historic bikes and gear from the Bicentennial Ride of 1976, a great bicycle tour that started it all. You'll also pass what is known as the Wall, a bulletin board full of pictures and post-it notes of all the bicycle tourists that have traveled through adventure cycling just that summer. You also happen to see a couple familiar faces. At the front desk, you're invited to sign in, after which you can go to the store, which has all their maps, tons of touring gear, and just in case you didn't have enough ice cream, you can get some free ice cream in the Cyclist Lounge. Every day, a staff member volunteers to be the greeter, and it's that person's responsibility to welcome visiting cyclists and give them a tour. We lucked out, and our greeter was Greg Siple, a founding member of Adventure Cycling and also the resident historian.
This is our library, and when I started bicycling in the early 60s, there were no bicycle books or clubs or magazines or anything, and so much of this is just in the years since, and in most recent years actually. But I think the most important part here is these magazine collections. So this is Top Row's Bicycling magazine, and we're putting them in hardbound volumes. This is 1981, and this is stuff that otherwise could be so easily discarded, or some of them very short-lived, some of them like 2 or 3 years. And in some instances, we seem to have all, like volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but we don't know, was there a volume 8? And it's very hard to find out when a magazine ends. And in order to formalize this, we have an Adventure Cycling Association library stamp.
Greg, who's also the art director, gave us a sneak peek of an article we had in the next issue of Adventure Cycling. What came next was the fulfillment of one of those silly bicycle dreams that you sometimes have.
You got it.
Some dream of winning the Tour de France, but for us, we've always wanted our portrait taken by Greg Siple, and to be included in the National Bike Touring Portrait Gallery.
Wow! Like I said, every year there's new things happening you never expect.
This day, that dream came true, and we could finally check it off the bicycle bucket list.